In a city where real estate moves fast, few names have become as closely watched as Danube Group. With Adel Sajan as Group Managing Director, he's at the helm of one of Dubai's most talked about property developers, known for selling out projects quickly and completing them ahead of schedule. He joins me to talk what's really driving Dubai's property momentum, what sets Danube apart, and whether now is the right time to invest. Adel, it's great to be with you.
Thank you so much for having me. Looking forward.
Adel, the world is watching Dubai. Millionaires and billionaires, they're buying here, they're moving here. And so it begs the question, is Dubai the best place in the world to invest in real estate?
100%. I think Dubai is the best place to live it and also one of the best places in the world to invest in real estate for many, many reasons. Number one, if you really analyze the location of Dubai, 1/3 of the world's population is a 4-hour flight away. And 2/3 of the world's population is an 8-hour flight away from Dubai. Now, with airlines like Emirates, Etihad, and others, where you have a direct flight to every major city, connectivity is so nice. And I think that's one. Second is safety and security. I think that's a big one. People over here I've been living here for the last 34 years. I've never had, or ever even heard of any incident regarding me, my friends, around safety. So this is something where my wife can walk around, my sisters can walk around. And I think that's a big, big factor. In fact, I was in London a few weeks ago and I was just there for a week and we had a scare on the streets, even though we were living right close to Harrods. So that's a big, influencing factor. The third and most important factor is the rental yields. The rental yields that you get in Dubai is anywhere between 7 to 10%. And especially with off-plan projects with developers who offer a post-handover payment plan, your return on equity could even go up to 15%. So this is a big driving factor because if you compare this to any other major city, your average rental yield is only 2 to 4%. The next point is the price per square foot is very affordable compared to London, compared to Mumbai, compared to Singapore, compared to Hong Kong. We are half or 1/3 the price of any of the major cities around the world. Countries are charging 20 to 30 to 40 to 50% tax. And people don't like that. People want to keep the money to themselves. So there's so many reasons why the millionaires and the billionaires around the world want to, if not make Dubai their first home, at least have a second base over here.
There are definitely so many reasons to be here in Dubai, but this is a market that is known for delays. And this is where Danube comes in and breaks all the rules because you guys are delivering early time and time again. So how do you do it? How are you delivering projects ahead of schedule without compromising on quality?
Our last 3 projects, and all 3 projects have been either 5 or 6 months before schedule. This is music, to our customers' ears because they love it. Everybody wants to have the apartment earlier so they can put it on rent earlier and they can make that extra buck or start living in faster. We're one of the few vertically integrated companies in the region in real estate, meaning we have our own building material arm. So all, 70% of the building materials into the building are supplied by our own, mother company. The second is we also have our own interiors arm called Danube Home, where we are actually giving all our apartments fully furnished. So when we're doing that, having this supply chain in our control, it makes a big difference. Number 2 is, our chairman. He is visiting the site every single week. Every Saturday he's there with the team. And we really monitor that if there is any delay that's happening right now and we see that that might cause some issues in the future, really a lot of corrective action is taken. But the third most important thing is selection of contractors. Because what happens is with this huge surplus of supply coming into Dubai, and which means that there's a shortage of good quality contractors. And typically speaking, A-grade contractors want to work with A-grade companies. And because we've been in the building material industry for the last 30 years, we know exactly which contractor is good for which purpose. And we're able to rope these in and ensure that they're paid on time. So they're happy to finish the buildings early as well. So there's a combination between selection of good contractors, supply chain, and micro monitoring.
Dubai is in the middle of a property boom that doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. But some people are asking, is the Dubai property boom a bubble, especially in the middle of global economic turmoil?
I can understand that there's a lot of issues happening, and there are two sides to the coin. Number one is, we've been investors in Dubai even before development for the last 20 years. So when we look at Dubai, we have a very long-term view on it. So even when the bubble bursted in 2008, we knew that Dubai would always be the city to bounce back the fastest. When COVID happened, we also said that Dubai is going to be one of the fastest cities to bounce back. Now, whether is there going to be a global recession, which will affect property prices regionally, that's difficult to predict because that is very dependent on the policies which are laid out by, superpowers like the US or China, and, that is not in probably Dubai's control. Having said that, if you have a very long-term view on Dubai, I think Dubai is always going to be looking up for many reasons. Number one, like I mentioned earlier, the price per foot in this region is still marginally less compared to any other major city. The second thing is also, if you are investing in good locations, there is a shortage of plots available in Business Bay, in downtown, in Marina, in JLT. So in the future, when people start expanding, they need to be far away from the center of the city. So there's always going to be very good value for any project that's around downtown Dubai. So that's a big plus. Thirdly, also Dubai wants to double its population by 2040. I see that happening every year. So that means there's a huge influx of people coming in every year. Millionaires and billionaires aside, there's also a huge working population that's coming into Dubai because people are kind of getting fed up of the cities or the countries they're living in. They're not happy with the taxation they're paying, and after paying such heavy taxes, not having that safety, not having that security. So people want a new lifestyle, and that's why a lot of people are coming in, trying to taste Dubai. So in the long run, I feel like Dubai will always be booming, and especially with the D33 social agenda of the government, where they've planned so many things. I think things are very bright for Dubai.
It remains to be seen whether it continues to go on the up and up. But Adel, this is such an incredibly competitive market. What is it that sets Danube apart from everybody else?
That's a very good question. Last year we were the third highest private developer in terms of revenue. There are more than 500 real estate developers over here, so it makes me very proud. We have our 4 pillars. The first is we believe in giving our customers a resort style living. So all our buildings come with 30, 40, even 50 plus amenities where people can come in and really enjoy their lifestyle. Also, as an investor, when you're having a building with so many amenities, you get a very high rental yield. The second, of course, is our famous payment plan. We provide a 1% payment plan, and we also have a post-handover payment plan, meaning customers, after they've got their building, for 2 to 3 years, depending on the project, will be paying the remaining amount 1% per month, which means their rent gets covered by the rental yield they're getting from the building. The third is we provide fully furnished apartments, which means you buy the apartment, and as soon as the apartment is ready, you get in your suitcase and you shift in right away. Also, for the, 50% of the people who invest in Dubai are people not living in Dubai and are buying it for investment purposes. So when they want to rent it out to clients over here, they don't have the headache of furnishing the place. They simply lock in the keys and they can rent it out whenever they like. And the fourth and the most important point, which I mentioned earlier, is not only on-time delivery, but before-time delivery with the highest quality standard. So when the customers see it's a good reputed developer, so many amenities, great location, fully furnished, delivery is on time, what else are you looking for? And this is the core ethos, what we follow in all our projects. And this is what's helped us in continue and being sustainable in having that top position with the projects that we have.
Adel Sajan, thank you so much for joining us today.
I had a great time. Thank you so much.